I have a deep connection to Godzilla and his movies. I had this long emotional message I was going to put at the beginning of this video to give more context about my feelings on monster movies. However, that would be straight up wasted with this movie. I'm going to save that whenever I make a longer video on Godzilla. I'll make this review short and sweet. Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Alright, I guess we can start with the title. Kong's name probably should have gone first. He is essentially the main character. Godzilla is basically not even in the movie at all. He barely has any resemblance of a personality. He does this cute little cat thing where he curls up in a ball in the Coliseum, but other than that, he is just like hunting monsters throughout the movie. Speaking of monsters, I loved how many there were in this movie. There were like 15 different fights, and all of them were very different and interesting. All of the monster bits in the movie were actually really amazing. The movie should have just been an hour and a half silent monster movie. Not only were the fights amazing as usual, but the monkey men were emotive enough that we could understand what's going on without words. The most annoying thing was whenever Kong would do a thing, and then the very next scene was the humans explaining what thing he was doing. I have a lot more to say about the humans, but I'm going to try to say one more nice thing about the movie. I really like the moment where Kong uses baby Kong to hit the other Kongs. That was really funny. And the bit where the one Kong starts yapping to the big Kong, but then big Kong punches him. Me and G didn't really laugh at that, but the dude behind us started belly laughing like, oh. And that was like way funnier than anything actually in the movie. But I did laugh a good bit. Sometimes it was intentional, but others it definitely wasn't. One of these moments was the dumbass prophecy. It was in the middle of the movie. Humans pulled this very random and specific prophecy right out of their ass that not only gives them the names of the bad guys, but also says that the specific girl who is friends with Kong can also spawn a Mothra. This is just like so dumb. The wall had pictures on it, no text. It makes no sense that the researcher lady would fucking know how that the Kong-looking shape was the Scar King and that the Godzilla shape was Shimu. I need to mention that fucking Mothra scene again because what the actual fuck, man? It made me giggle for so long. It is so dumb. I need to rewatch the Monsterverse, but I think that's the goofiest thing to ever come out of the series. I think I have 2 more points before I get to the final number. First up, G and some other people in our theater didn't like the scaling within the Hollow Earth. She and some others hadn't actually seen the last movie, so they were confused whenever they saw a normal-looking gorilla inside of a normal-looking world. I understand that point of view, but I didn't feel the same. I'm not disagreeing with them because we went into the movie with a different mindset and knowledge. And finally, I really hated how late into the movie we saw Scar King and Shimu. It was over halfway into the movie before we saw them, and that initial scene was just so whatever. What were the monkeys working on? They were just lifting rocks. It wasn't for Shimu because they already had her. Yeah, I guess it follows the normal formula where the good guy loses and then comes back to win, but it's just lame. We saw a frame of Scar King's face at the beginning. Imagine how cool it would have been if the first scene of the movie was Scar King finding the crystal and acquiring Shimu. It would show the audience how the crystal works, introduce the villain, and show that they aren't on the same side. It also would build them up so when Kong gets there, we already have a connection. Man, I love big monster movies. The action in this movie was so fun, and I really like the combo attacks and creative variety of fights. However, like with most monster flicks, the humans drop it massively. Brian Tyree Henry and Dan Stevens' characters were funny and enjoyable, but I can't help but feel like the movie would have been better without any of the people at all. I don't regret buying a ticket, but I would be lying if I said this isn't the worst Monsterverse movie, or at least tied with King of the Monsters at the bottom. I rewatched Kong and Zilla to get footage for this video, and it's just better in every single way. Well, not technically every single way. There's actually less monster stuff, but the monster stuff that is in the movie is really amazing. I can go more into detail on that in another video. So for me and G's final rating, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, 6.5. He pinked now.